All right, so welcome back from the break. You're watching Entertainment Review here on Metro TV. Of course, myself, Decifating the Star, when Anaya Tanobache and Helen K. Actually, so as Anaya mentioned, we're going to speak to this gentleman who probably, you could say that he's worked his way into that status of legendary, if we say it like that. And as Anaya mentioned, growing up, was in high school, 2014, 2015, they're about, no, that was after high school, they're about. Yeah, I used to hear about him for those of us who are following, African music and all of that. And he's collaborated with a lot of artists. So I'm not sure if the Gen Z or Indomie generation will know him. But yeah, he's a big artist from Cameroon. Ladies and gentlemen, join us on Zoom this afternoon on the Table of Life, all the way from Cameroon, is the man, Stanley Enow. Stanley, if you're there, good afternoon and welcome. Hello, Stanley.
Hello, how you doing, my brother? Say?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's yeah. That's nice, though. Yeah. Who taught you that?
Oh man, my Baba is from Ghana. So
Okay.
his name is Kwame.
Okay.
And you could call me Kofi because I was Friday as well.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
Sure. That's dope. But are you in Cameroon though?
yeah, I'm in Douala right now, the economic capital.
Okay.
City of love and hustle. So yeah, I'm in Douala right now. So I just want to proudly say hi to everyone watching right now.
Great.
Super happy being here. Hello to
Fantastic.
all my beautiful people.
Okay.
Your co-host, everybody else.
Great. So in my intro, I was saying that we could classify you as a legend in your own right, looking at what you've been able to do for yourself over the years and still staying relevant to this time. Would you consider yourself as such?
If you say so, I accept it because I mean I don't want to disrespect God. I've been here for a while, you know what I mean? So if someone like you, is giving me that status, I'm like, I'm super happy because I mean 10 years is not 10 days, but one thing about me is that I just consider myself as a new kid, you know what I mean? Someone who's just reborn. And I'm not really looking at what I did in the past or my accolades and all of that. I'm more of seeing what is to come. So reinventing myself, making music to just make sure that, I can definitely, keep going and I can't stop. So, yeah, man, been there, still about to do that. There's lots to learn as we move.
Okay, so we'll get into your new projects in a bit, but let's just talk about you paved a certain way. I listened to an interview where you were talking about when you wanted to start music, and in Cameroon there are other forms of music that are very popular. But you had this thing from school. You were thinking of how to match that to start your career, breaking through that ceiling of hip hop in Cameroon. Has it worked properly for you that you've been able to pave way for a lot of people? Was it very difficult, for you in that sense?
Super difficult, because I mean it's just like you're in Ghana and then and then the people that are really doing big stuff is all of them Daddy Lumbas, you know what I mean? Legend. I give them a big shout out by the way. So depending on the genre, hip hop wasn't really big back then. So I had to come in 2010, no 2013 and come with my big hit song Empire that gave me the honor of having an MTV African Music Award. So I had to come with that and probably change the game, change the whole scenario. That's just me being super lucky, being that vessel to come and save, to come and open doors for the scene. But you know what, boy? Yeah, man, I'm happy. But like I keep on saying in my recent interviews, all of those things make you feel like you're too old and they stop you from really moving forward because if you just want to like keep focusing on your old accolades, which is good to acknowledge them. Bruh, when you see me, I'm new, I'm fresh, and I just want to keep doing my thing and represent my people the best way I can. And that's the energy I want to keep in my space, in my head, because I believe that the world is big. There's a new generation, like you said,
Yeah.
the Gen Z that needs to know are, that needs to understand what you stand for, that needs to, see the interest in you right now and run deep, to know who you are. So that's it. So I think um, uh, there's a lot to learn, and I thank God for whatever has happened. But I really look forward to now, and
Okay.
now is the future.
All right, Stan, just before we go on, I would appreciate if you could speak up a little bit so we could hear you audibly, right? That's okay, right?
Okay, let me start back. I was
Oh.
saying that I am very happy. I'm very happy that God chose me to do, to definitely, represent Cameroonian urban music, to higher heights, and higher places, like 10 years ago. But now, as we speak here, my brother, I'm focused on what is happening to me now.
Okay.
What is happening to me now, because sometimes you over carrying the weight of the past stops you from moving. I'm just new and fresh, and I used to be the King Kong, but right now you can call me the African gentleman, and I am going. That's what I said.
Great, great. That's cool though. But just before my colleagues come in, times have changed. Even in hip hop, there've been new styles of hip hop over the years, and now we're talking about Afrobeat. When you were a little bit away, looking through everything going on, how did you see it going for Africa? And how have you immersed yourself in the style right now that you even have a new project on that tangent right now?
Yo, like I started with a lot of these old cats. I started with a lot of these cats, and I see them. They're very, very far, and they're doing a lot of great stuff right now. And I just asked myself, oh wow, what are they doing, or what is missing that some other people are not doing to just be in that league? It's two things. It's two things. Either you're not having the right content, which is the sound, or either it's not your time yet. So I just like, no, let me just go to my man cave and probably bring people to just try as much as possible to build sounds, build music, and also blend it to what's going on now. So that we try as much as possible to you know stay relevant, right? But try to make sure that you bring your DNA in what infusing hip hop and reggae or dance hall into Afrobeats. That's very important because that's from the era I'm from. So I had to just make sure that I just go get jiggy with it, and yeah, man. So I'm very happy to see what's happening today. There's been a lot of changes, and now is a great moment to be African ever, especially being a creative, because all eyes are on us right now. So, bro, show them that you have some watching you. Let's go.
I mean, Stanley, you have been in the Cameroonian industry. You came in at a point where there were others who were doing marvelous jobs. You came in, you premiered one of like the biggest songs to ever be popular in Cameroon. You went on to win a lot of awards, and you actually became the first Cameroonian artist to actually win MTV award. I want to ask, what did you do differently that even the people that were there before you not wouldn't say didn't do, but when you came into the rap scene, what did you do right or differently to make sure that your success story is one that will be remembered across the whole of Cameroon?
I think it's more of the branding and the authenticity in my music, right? Like I came in and I was like, yo, no cheap stuff. I remember back then we didn't even have like money to really shoot, like, to really finish for our video, but I had to use the biggest, video director back then. And we didn't even have enough money to rent the cars in the video. So we shot it for like we shot the video in like 3 months. There was even a continuity problem there, because there's a scene in that video where I'm in a car with a chain, and the other one I'm in a car with no chain. People don't really notice, because the time that we had that car expired.
Yeah.
But I was like, let me just do some and change the perception of these videos where people are just in the bush or something. I had to make sure I put them, American whips, them Chryslers, those were like the whips that were really banging that time. Give them some real hip hop from the bush. And even the coloring was different, I mean? Like the coloring was clean. So a lot of people thought I was American, or probably I was Cameroonian but living in America, and I was just trying to come back home. So I capitalized on image, so. And besides all of that, I think it's just God that used me for that era, to be honest, because the success that came out, I knew that was coming to shine, but the level of it, bruh.
It was so much.
Yo, it was so much. It was so much. Like, just pop, 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 pop. Yeah, nah, man. Oof. It was crazy. So,
now let's come to 2014. I mean, 2014, Ghana's, let's say, rap king Sarkodie had gone on to win BET Best African Act Africa, and at that same time too, he had one of like the most successful album Sarkodie has ever had. And I want to find out what actually initiated the collaboration, because you were also big in your country. You were doing a whole lot of things. Both of you had cemented yourself when it came to African hip hop, and you guys were doing so good. What actually initiated that collaboration where you had Sarkodie on your song?
I was waiting for we met at the MTVs. We met at the MTV African Music Awards in Durban, South Africa. And he was winning Best Rap, and I was winning Best New Act, right?
Okay.
And in my category, I had Burna Boy, I had Uhuru, I had AVK, and I had Fino from Nigeria. So, I mean, I won. So I had to, mess with the winners. What you talking about? So, and you know what? When I was traveling to South Africa, I met this guy randomly. His name is gonna be Sally B. He's from Ghana.
Okay.
Sally B. His name is his real name is Bright. He's into interior decor, and I told we were at the airport. I was like, I'm going to Durban. We went in Joburg, going to Durban. So I put him in my. Since I knew that I had people waiting for me in the airport, to pick me up, so I put him in my crew so that he's gonna have like less stress with immigration and all of that. So I was like, yo, I like this guy from Ghana called Sarkodie. I love to do a song with him. You say you're from Ghana, yeah? He's like, oh yeah, okay, cool, no problem. Okay, da 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 da. I never knew that he even knew Sarkodie, right?
Okay.
So that's how we connected. Then we all met at the hotel, and I noticed that he was friends with everybody, from Ghana, from D Black to everybody else. You know what I mean? So that's just how we had the initial contact. And then that same night I won. He won, so there was like a winners party, and bruh, we just had to say let's do something and unify these two great nations of football, the Black Stars and the Lions. We had to come and fight in the ring. And
yeah, and were you impressed with how Ghanaians actually responded? Everyone was jamming to the song from Ghana to Cameroon and then the whole of Africa. Did you expect it was going to go that
far? It was crazy. Like, bruh, it was crazy. I didn't really understand what he was saying on the verse because he was speaking Tree. So I don't know. Yeah, a lot of people told me that he was bragging in the verse. You know what I mean? Because he started with a little bit of English, and after he switched to Tree.
Yeah.
And yeah. So yeah, man. So that was really prolific. And he raps super good. You know what I mean?
I mean, 2014 was fun. Yeah.
Really fun. I mean, it was also quite interesting. You could have equally, asked him what he really meant by all that he was saying, but we moved. But I want to find out from you, from 2014, at the time.
Tell me now.
I think when you come to Ghana, we'll explain to you.
Yes. So, I mean, in 2014 and in that time, rap or hip hop, a lot of people appreciated it more. I don't know what's happening today. Are people still appreciating hip hop and rap, especially in Cameroon?
No, it has changed, to be honest. But, it's now it's the Afrobeat era. Can't lie. I think we're like, I think I was like part of the last generation to really be part of that hip hop era. Because I think
Okay.
for me, in the, in Africa, one of the only countries that really consumes rap per se, is South Africa, right? And South Africa is not even the main, even rap is not really mainstream there because you have house music, you have amapiano, you have a lot of genres. I think that Africa after that era came to a time where we wanted to just be really African, 100%. You know what I mean? Because when I used to go to America and I'll be rapping for my baba, he's gonna be like, he's surprised because for him, it's like, yo, just give me the flavor you have from your home, So it's a genre that with time died, is slowly becoming kind of like slow,
Okay.
and in Africa, because you see Afrobeats took a lot of power, a lot of dope singers, came out with the pop movement. And yeah, so for some reason rap is not a thing in Cameroon that much, so except for the OGs, that will still love the Naughty by Nature, that's gonna love a Tupac, that's gonna love me some Stanley but for you to be in the game right now, I'm quite sorry that it can't be only with rap, except if you have like some very good hooks, but it's kind of like hard. The movement is crazy. That's why you see even top three in Africa right now is like the big three. If you want to really go on the big three on the drawing board, all of them are into Afrobeat. So it's just like a movement that somewhere, somehow, um, you can only stay true to what you have, but if you can have the opportunity to adapt, then probably move as well, so you can touch a larger audience, because that's all what we're looking for.
Okay.
I
So
mean, I am.
right. So can we say at this moment, what genre are you doing? Have you shifted to another genre, or
It's
what really is it?
Afrofusion right now.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
mixture of reggae, it's a mixture of rap, and it's a music is, and then we're also
Right.
singing. You know what I mean? So we gotta like we gotta go mellow, because the African ladies that make up like 70% of the fan base, or the music base of Africa, bro. They want to wine. I'm sure you guys want to wine right now. You know what I mean? You guys, see ladies that are really bumping to rap like that. You can see that, but it's kind of rare. Everybody wants to just relax and just go, yeah, because the sun in Africa is very harsh right now. Some people they don't want headache. They just want to go mellow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Times have changed.
Yes, Stanley, I love the fact that you spoke about Afrofusion, because Burna Boy has been saying that it's not necessarily Afrobeat, because Afrobeat is a genre, and apart from Afrobeat, there are so many genres across the continent. So it's good that you're acknowledging that it's Afrofusion and everything. But then I want to go back a bit. When you started doing rap, one of the rappers in Cameroon who is actually deep rooted was Jovi. And over the years, I mean, you guys, over the 10 years, you guys had back to back, it's part of rap. You guys had your own issues and everything. But things changed when because I follow your music, that is why I got to know this. There was a post about the fact that you were the best rapper in Cameroon, but then your reply actually changed so many things. That was when, for the first time, most people who didn't really expect you to actually talk about Jovi in person and then other people. But over the years, we've realized that you guys have squashed the whole back and forth and everything. But then my question is to imagine African acts who are also interested in hip hop. Should this whole act of hip hop be some sort of an act that is seen as a beef or a rivalry between two people in order for them to succeed?
Man, tayao, like, all man define. Oh, honestly, man, vegetable, beef not day, meat not day table. So what's the reason? You know.
Yeah.
So anyway, for me, what I'm gonna say is, I think that back and forth is not necessary right now, because the world is watching. If
Yeah.
I'm fighting against you, For example, you guys on that show right now, if you guys as co-hosts, right? If you guys are competing, the audience will not be comfortable.
Yeah.
Especially now. People just want to see together, you know what I mean? Like there's competition, of course, don't get me wrong. But for me, the whole beef era, thank God that I really never addressed all of that and really never took that seriously. Because for me, it bro, it drains. You know, by the time you're beefing, Rema is, you know, is doing
True.
Selena Gomez,
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
you have to concentrate there, my brother. Let's not be myopic. Let's wear eyeglasses. Don't be myopic, you know. Like
Will we be getting
people
another
feeling
collaboration
arena.
from the two of you? Will there be another
we will talk.
collaboration? Hello, Stanley. Can you hear me?
We'll talk.
Yeah, with Jovi. Maybe soon something from the two comes.
Everything
Stanley, can you
everything
hear
is possible,
me?
to be honest.
Can you hear me?
Hello? Yes, everything is possible. Yes,
Oh, okay.
everything is possible. You know,
So
everything is
we should be
everything is-
optimistic.
I'm leaving problems in Cameroon. You're going to give me the same problems in Ghana.
Anyway, we'll wait and see how that will come out. But Stanley, just before we go, of course, as you mentioned now, it's not hip hop anymore. You're doing, Afrofusion, and so your new projects take over. I love the whole bit about the, the choral thing. How did you put that together? And tell us about that song.
Oh man, I did it in LA. I did it like 4 a.m. in the morning with my producer called KO. He's from Nigeria, and African gentlemen, take over. Walk up for my people, yeah, protect them. We had to just come with something really mellow, something really wonderful and powerful. So we're like, yeah, man. We were in the studio and when I did my verses and we sent the vote. We're kind of like stuck on the hook. In Burbank in LA. And we had to call this brother from Cameroon called Dex because he's a beautiful and wonderful top liner. So he sent us the melody, and we just me, I must still get money for my hustle. If I don't get enough, I don't work till I get. We started doing that, and we're like, okay, it's gonna be fine for us to just add multiple voices, and then that's how the fire just caught. And, yeah, man. Even from the studio, I already had like goosebumps and all of that.
Yeah. Amazing track there. So, are you going to pass by Ghana anytime soon?
Brother, what are you talking about? One of the most peaceful countries in Africa. I'm not coming there. Where am I going to? What are you talking about, man?
Of course, we'll be here waiting for you.
What are you talking about? Bro. Ghana.
You need to come back. But the thing also, just before you go, is that Cameroon is a very interesting country where there's the French bit, there's the English bit, and there's also some sort of pidgin happening there. So if you're making music, how do you make sure that you cut across to everybody in the country and also, to the rest of the continent as you want to reach a lot of people?
I'm gonna just speak the words. I'm gonna just speak the words of Sarkodie. To be honest, over the years, he's always been telling people that music is, is a language that you have to speak from the soul. Language matters, to be honest, but it should be a language of love and a language of, of your heart crying and talking to the people. Mind you, Cameroon is 8 regions. It's French-speaking 8 regions, 8 French-speaking regions, and just 2 English-speaking regions. Maybe it's because I already have like some kind of traction, but my song has no French word. But people are feeling it. So it's just to tell you that this thing is something that has to come from the soul. Sometimes this language thing over, I understand that at some point we had to, mix a little bit of French, English, and Pidgin, for people to understand. Yeah, but bro, that's some hits that people just feel in their souls, even if they don't really understand Jack. So I believe that artists right now should not be put in the box. Go and make it work. Like, if you have somebody that can teach you some beautiful tree, if that's what your heart tells you, sing it, even if you're not from Ghana, right? So for me,
I think I've just gotten to that place where I'm making music that my soul loves, and I can sit down and be like, hey boy, you're doing this and you can defend it. You know, when I listen to Takeover right now, brother, I have like goosebumps. That's my song, but you know,
Yeah.
I'm one of the biggest fans of that because I know that song is huge. You know what I mean? Because we took time to really concoct and cook it. And yeah, man.
Okay.
You know, so we cannot, yeah, man. So we cannot, for me, I can't be playing the language game anymore. I have to just do music that is right and appealing for my people.
Okay, great. Stan, this is what I've got to say. Good, it's been an amazing conversation. We loved every bit of it, you know, catching up from back in the days and to present times. Thank you so much for speaking to us here on Entertainment Review on the Metro TV. And anytime you are in Ghana, you just need to holler and who will be there.
Bro, before I go, please, I just need the brief introduction because I mean, I didn't even know the names of the other ladies.
Oh,
I know you're Desmond.
okay. Just hold on. Let me do that quickly. So, of course, I am Desmond. You can call me Starboy. Starboy, that's easy, right?
Okay.
And you know, the other lady is Nanaya. So I'm sure the camera will pick in a bit. So she is Nanaya. So that's Nanaya. Yeah. Nanaya. And the other lady is called Helen.
You're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's her Ghanaian name? What are the names that I love?
She's Akosia.
The Kweku.
Ifya.
Hey, she's
Akosia. Oh.
No, she's Efia Friday. Efia Friday.
You left mine. I'm yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm a Thursday one. Today is Thursday. Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Thursdays are the
General,
best.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Anyway, I just want to guys, and I want to your country. I want to commend the energy that Ghana is sending to the world, and you know, please, I pray that you guys stay that way.
Yeah.
You know, you guys are very welcoming. That's that we know of Ghana. You know, the people are nice at the airport. You know, I have good memories. I met your president. You know, definitely a strong Baba. You know what I mean? And would love to. I love the way he received his counterpart of France when his counterpart came to Ghana. I love that. Those are the kind of leaders that we want to see, and it's really, really beautiful. I love that. And you know, can't wait to come back to Ghana. I just want to also thank the people from Ghana because I just noticed today that on my top 3 from AudioMac, we have Cameroon, we have Nigeria, then we have Ghana as a third country. So that shows the love, you know what I mean? I just want to also thank every creative there that I've ever come across with, from the people like, how do you call it? From Afia to, you know, Sark to EL, you know, people like Grandpa.
Okay. Stanley, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. We get that. We've got to go right now, yeah. But many thanks for speaking to us this afternoon, right?
No problem. Be safe, be nice.
Fantastic.
God bless my whole
Yeah.
team. Africa, over. Ah!
Great. Thank you very much, Stanley. So that's Stanley Enow from Cameroon. It's been a nice conversation with him right here on Entertainment Review, catching up, as I mentioned, from back in the days when he was doing hip-hop. Now he says that he does
AfroFusion,
and he's got Takeover out on all platforms. So do well to go stream that.